Alright, everyone. We are live. And today, I'm going to be starting our playthrough of Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition, to be in particular. I'd probably say this is Bioware's best Mass Effect game. I think a lot of people would agree with me. Like, Mass Effect 3's ending is quite controversial. Mass Effect 1 is the beginning of its trilogy. So that's why that's in the title. But anyway, so I've got a full playlist. If anybody wants to watch my Mass Effect 1 playthrough before you watch Mass Effect 2, of course they're all live streamed. Because I just like to, I prefer live streaming over videos, as I've done. So I've got a playlist, the pinned comment in the live stream, of course. If you're watching this right after this, it probably will come up. But just go to my channel, go to playlist, and it'll be like the second one that comes up. I've also got a playlist for Mass Effect 2 right now as well, but of course it's not going to be completed. Probably until at least the next month, because this game is like 30 hours long. So it's quite a long game. And also, before we do get straight to the gameplay, I will be doing a live reaction to PlayStation Showcase tonight at 9 PM British Standard Time, or that'll be 1 PM Pacific Standard Time, or that'll be 4 PM if you live in the East Coast of America. Of course, you look up the rest of the time zone, but I don't think many people will be reacting to that anyway, if I had to be completely honest. But anyway, let's just get straight into this. So I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming today. At least 2 hours. Maybe I'll go to 3 hours, but as I'm going to be streaming that event later on today, I might only do a 2 hour stream. We'll see how I feel when we get towards it. So we will be importing a character, so these are all my characters, as you can see. So, of course, in the new play, I create Bob Shepard, because you can easily get confused. That's why I call them Bob. But let's be honest, they never actually use the character's first name, ever. In this game. So these are the difficulties in going Sandy to be a complete maniac. But we're going to just stay on normal, we're just going to stay on normal, I want a casual playthrough. Plus, the class I'm going, ammo might be potentially become an issue. Like, if I was going to Sanity, I'd go Soldier. Probably the best, unless you want to go like some class spam abilities. So apparently we only got to level 55. It's really hard to get to max level. Like, extremely hard to get to max level Mass Effect 2. So these are the decisions we picked to Mass Effect 1. Engineer. I'm going to be doing Engineer this whole game as well. This full trilogy. Because a lot of people don't pick Engineer class. A lot of people don't pick an Engineer class. Plus there's one interesting dialogue in Mass Effect 3 and one of the Citadel DLC. We will trigger because I'm going to Engineer class. Because I'm going to stick with Engineer as well. So, of course, we went started Paragon playthrough. One day I'll probably do a Renegade playthrough. Didn't want to kill Rex, because we love Rex. Though technically if you want to get the highest score possible Mass Effect 3, yeah, you have to unfortunately get Rex killed. Actually, Wellens was killed. To be honest, I don't know who's worse. I don't like Caden as character, I don't really like Ashley Wellens either, so... Personal history. I saved the council for once. Normally I just get the council killed, because... First time I played Mass Effect, I didn't care about the council. And I got Candor Captain Anderson, so probably the best possible Paragon you can get. Let's just get straight into it, shall we? And I'll be watching the recap. Of course, I've played these games before. Just
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
run for the Southern Gift Tank on the Citadel of the Galactic Army struggles to rebuild the Alliance fleet. We had a 10 sacrifice to save the Council and earth with an anti-membership. The besieged group now the Council is forced to respond to evidence that the weakest normal machine organic every 50,000 years has returned, showing the rumours the Council has sent command ship on the army to last resistance to the game. Could have been that all the time. Was it if you wanted me though? Should we add no?
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Shepard!
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttle. I'll take care of Joker.
Shepard!
Liara, go. Now.
Aye, aye. Everybody in! Go, go, go!
But the ship's still flying. What looks damaged.
Mayday! 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 This is SSV Normandy! We've suffered heavy damage from an unknown enemy. Come on, baby, hold together. Hold together.
This is a crazy start, man. It's a bit crazy with 1 knots.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack.
That would be a fucked up way to die. I'm pretty sure realistically your sun blows up if you can't breathe in space or something like that. Mass Effect. Yeah, so that's how it stops. Bit crazy. But we are going to react to this. We're going to do this. We're definitely going to do this. This gives a review of Mass Effect 1. Though it does skip one of the main missions in the game completely for some weird reason. But this is going to tell us about what happened to Mass Effect 1. Which I kind of like. I wish Mass Effect 3 had something like this. Mass Effect 2, but...
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat. As was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel Security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest-looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tali. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tali's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I told Liara about how I felt. Apparently, she'd felt it too. But we agreed we wouldn't let it get in the way of our mission. Finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead. Benezia. Saren had taken her to Novaria, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone. With the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper.
It was an asshole. And
Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Ash was a good friend, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Caden. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. But Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Ash's death. She could sense my doubts. We both knew this mission could be our last. Until that moment, we'd put our feelings aside for the sake of that mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other. And it was perfect.
So,
While it lasted. We arrived on
she
Ilos
missing
close
some
behind
parts of
Sarah.
the story.
Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He had caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel,
No, not really,
Council's
but
flagship,
sure.
the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council had to be saved. They represented the hearts and minds of the galactic community. Without them, the fleets would be in disarray. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, the battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way.
Sure.
The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
So, yeah, what was I going to say? So it completely skips the Feros mission for some reason, and it makes it out like you killed Sovereign, you killed Saren. Like you didn't convince him that he's fighting what his
Commander
fault was.
Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
I do wonder we have this type of technology where you can heal something that's been completely recreated. Probably not in our lifetime. So we're just going to stick with the default. So soldiers, but we're just going to stay the exact same where we went last time. So specialised in heavy pistol, submachine gun. It kind of sucks what some of the classes like. The soldier just specialises in so many weapons. It actually makes it legit OP for like gameplay. Like I'm like a heavy pistol, submachine gun. So the early game we're going to constantly run into an ammo problem. But regardless, we're going to engineer. Yeah, shield boost. HG dominance. Oh shit, I don't know. Go to the shield bonus, because Mass Effect 2, you get absolutely wrecked in certain sections. But anyway, chat, before I do confirm this, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, the toilet. Yes.
Something's wrong.
He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. Oh my God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson, he's not ready yet. Give him the sedative.
Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Imagine I just die later on.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
Yeah, chill
This
out.
pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from... Damn it! Those canisters by the door are going to blow. Get behind cover now. Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol.
Yeah, because this game has ammo. They said it overheat.
Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out!
Hang on, does Steam have a set to turn off, you know? No, it doesn't. It's alright, it doesn't bother me. Whatever, fine. Just leave it. Gameplay maybe? No. Not the end of the world. Could imagine it'd be graphics. Nah, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I was seeing if I could turn up control vibration. I fucking hate control vibration. Also, for some reason, I don't know why did we move the crouching in Mass Effect 2.
Shepard, security mechs
I
are
also got to
closing in on
mention, chat, I'm actually using 2 quality of life mods on this game. One was to skip the minigame, because the minigame hacking in Mass Effect 2 is fucking terrible. I hate it. Some of the mini games are really annoying. And I've also got a mod to do all the resource drops. I forgot to mention that at the start of the stream.
Nice work, Shepard. Coast is clear.
I was thinking about doing a companion mod, but I decided not to. Where I could get the certain companions earlier in the game than what you're meant to. The reason why they did that is the feature why you couldn't get companions at the start of the game, because apparently it was an Xbox 360 limitation. So they had to give the game like 2 discs. I played on PlayStation, so I don't know, 2 discs.
I can't keep the mix distracted for long. More reinforcements. Here come the mechs. Use the grenade launcher to take them out.
One card.
Take the elevator down 1 floor.
We see his armor on that fast.
Hurry! Get to the door! Run! You're doing great, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to meet you. Shepard, read me. I've got them closing in on my position. Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Anything else?
Progress is slow, but subject shows
Yeah,
signs
just
of
read
recovery.
your dialogue.
Major organs.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all his money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Oh, so you want a higher paycheck? You did that.
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. Bet she's still the same old ice queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become a new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
Charge him up! Have a nice trip! Shepard. What are you doing here? I thought you were still a work in progress.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
This doesn't look like an Alliance facility.
It isn't. I can't say much more than that for now. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
So this was a hanging massive in one room, but they don't actually teach you about it.
Stun them! They're falling back.
I'm very curious, what do we start with Paragon? Yeah, so we start to get a Paragon bonus. That's kind of cool.
Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damn if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting. At us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant. But I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
We've been spotted.
Damn it, Wilson. Everyone's crawling with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
How are you though? Are you
Wilson.
Actually, let's I forgot that you can. Yeah, actually, yeah, you can match with your powers. You want to do.
Find us another route out of here. Preferably one that doesn't lead straight into an enemy squad. Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
God, I'm hit!
You hit, brother.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Shepard, down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
Metagel. Use that so you can walk again.
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now, hmm? I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few...
He's telling you he's very suspicious.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project. The program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
I think I ran into Cerberus a few times while I was investigating Saren. Some kind of pro-human splinter group, right?
Well, that's what the Alliance wants people to believe. But there's more to it. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now, we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive man? Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah. That's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
I don't care what they did or what you say. I'm not working with terrorists.
You can tell it to the boss. But after we've saved our butts. We're almost at the shuttle.
They were terrorists.
They've seen us.
This game, your freaking shield gets drained really fast. About the best of franchise, but probably say it's the hardest on the sanity. You can get cover actually, what's in it?
Get over here! Tag!
Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse. Test subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Still a miracle how they somehow managed to remove with right technology. Like, I don't think that would work.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you are...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life? Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Kevin doesn't question that.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on.
Yes, let's get out of here.
Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a spacer kid, raised mostly on one ship or another. You enlisted and won a medal fighting Batarians during the Skillian Blitz. Do you remember that?
A lot of lives depended on me holding that position. I did what I had to.
However you want to put it, it was damn impressive. I had friends who were there. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave her behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Ash gave her life for the rest of the team. Without her, I couldn't have stopped Saren. She died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
Right.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
Oh, yeah.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Customize here, let's see. Don't have those. Then, let's see, get quicker color, that's kind of interesting. Purple darkest. Like, darkest reddish. Interesting. And then we got casual periods. Which... Assume this is like when you're not combating that. And... Look at that. Maybe you look like an officer.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
You might be the reason I'm still alive, but that doesn't mean I trust you.
You need to put your personal feelings aside. Humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
You need to earn the right to ask me those kinds of questions.
Cerberus isn't as evil as you believe. You
Yeah,
and I are
looks
on the
like that.
same side. We just have different methods.
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Yep.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
Possible.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus.
Okay, we
Why
see
We're
this already.
committed to the advancement. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
They suffered substantial losses fighting Sovereign. They're rebuilding, still stretched too thin to waste resources verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
Because they don't care.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
What now?
Is this a volunteer job, or am I being volunteered?
You always have a choice, Shepard. If you don't find the evidence we're both looking for, we can part ways. But first, go to Freedom's Progress. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
Nice. Level up. So I take it you start level 1 if you go to your character.
The elusive man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
I can't have anyone disobeying my commands when we get there.
I know who I report to. As long as you don't do anything to betray Cerberus, I'll follow your orders.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I wasn't in charge. The elusive man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the elusive man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Most of made the smart choice for once.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No. The elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I just want to find out what happened to those missing people. I still don't trust Cerberus.
Noted. Do you trust me, Commander?
You're a good man, Jacob. But you might be working for the wrong people.
Maybe. But I thought the same when I was with the Alliance. That's why I'm here now.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules. But there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. Humanity was finally invited to join the Council, but nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
You see that, but a bit of the attack, yeah. Attack, they would get suspicious. Cheat code bonuses for cards. So you get a level bonus based on how many characters you can bomb up. That's kind of interesting. Kind of weird, we got 10 renegade points. So the higher level your characters, I take it the more experience you get. That's interesting. It can be really hard to get your character to the max level Mass Effect 1. You most likely have to use a mod. But chat, we also get a bonus because I've completed this game before. because of previous playthroughs, so we actually start a lot of materials, which is kind of interesting. The first time we play this, obviously, you won't get the long-term subs for us. I don't think Mass Effect 3 does something like that. I can't remember.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappear. We've got no target to go after.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
We got 10 renegade bots. Probably to that colony where we can't control we had the others people. Look at his face. Nice, so we got SMG. That looks like more like a pistol than an SMG.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle. Strange. Security systems were disabled at these. Here we go! Overloading the mech.
This is a watch SMG as well.
Shoot them before they take out the shield. Enemy down!
You're seriously dead already, you. I think medicine sounds like the absolute laser your health. Laser your shield in this. Because geez. That's really the downside of Mass Effect 2, like sanity difficulties. Oh god, that's a challenge. It's easy, yeah, that mod that just skips the puzzle. Puzzles, some of the puzzles in this game are really annoying. Like the one like you find the right. I'm not very good at this. I got dyslexia. Which I actually do have.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
I nearly died, Tally. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soldier.
You haven't seen Shepard in action, Praza. Trust me, it was money well spent. Perhaps we can work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
Guy doesn't seem trustworthy.
Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of them.
I'm sure it's... There's always... I don't want to create any fucking save, man. I've never got into a
We've been spotted.
The other puzzles aren't too bad, but there's some really annoying puzzles in this game.
Use overload on them.
I don't have overload, brother. I think use your overload if it was. Feel like that.
Here goes. There we go. There we go. Shepard, Praza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on. We can still catch them.
Of course it did. I don't blame them though. Not for Cerberus. I don't know why. I guess because it saves your life, you take your own Cerberus. I mean, even if that's really hard. Like that's really hard. Like if you did some amazing actions for it, but the other is you're aiming me, best shit your life. I mean, yeah.
There we go.
Just take me on the back. That'd be hard. That'd be very hard.
Hurry, Shepard. We are inside the loading docks. Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point. Taking cover!
Sure thing.
Kind of weird they removed the ground system in this game. Shift style.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
As it now.
Overlord, take out this
I've been walking along the game.
Bypassing data systems.
That was so difficult.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Stupid Korean man, they're always the aggressors. You lose wars if you're too aggressive.
We can use this.
Oh, here we are. Sources too.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Vitor?
No Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide. You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seekers swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
Why didn't the Collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his envirosuit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about the Collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the Elusive Man can figure it out.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the Elusive Man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tally will give us the Omni-Tool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
What's it like interrogation? You're not going to accomplish anything by interrogating somebody that's paranoid anyway. Let's be realistic.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
Tell me what you know about these Collectors.
They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to Collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the Collectors getting from these deals?
The Collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the Collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Okay.
Where's Caden Olenko?
He's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. His file is surprisingly well classified.
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to Tuchanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
What about Tally? She already helped us on Freedom's progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the Collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. Two things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Morden Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
All right. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Elusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night. Good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
I just called the ship someone else. So I remember the first time I played this, I was thinking, I bet you there's gonna be a Normandy Mark III Massive Victory. Guess I kind of was. That would say something.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map in the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Oh, we will have questions. Questions. The galaxy map. So, we're probably going to do some of the DLCs first. Potentially before we make progress in the main story. Especially the... I'll talk about it when we get to the world map. This game actually tells you what to do. A bit better. We're gonna need the upgrades. Oh yeah, here comes all the DLC shit, by the way. So we got the Crash Night DLC, of course we've got 2 companions. Then we got assemble a team. We've got a lot of objectives. So we're probably going to be focusing more on the getting the doing some of these DLCs out of the way. Early in the game.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats! Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked. You'll see. Even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you were such a downer.
Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the Elusive Man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
What's this area?
Oh, don't see everything.
That's all for now.
Don't care about movements. Right, so let's go and talk to whoever we can right now. Are we do any missions?
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes, I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
This organization...
Not at all. We look out for human interests.
That'll be all.
I'll be here. Welcome aboard, Commander.
What's this? Right, have a look. Team status. Okay. Well, you can change their outfit, by the way, which is kind of cool. I'm going to do that actually. I've changed this outfit though. No, how did they find out what your email was this fast? Or what were they used then? You can find out the destruction in the menu. So this DLC is probably going to be the first thing we do, because actually I'm not the biggest fan of DLC. So I might just get this out of the way at the start of the game before we actually start doing like main missions. So okay. Okay, so set it there. Here we go, balance. Yeah. Okay, question. Alright. Let's see. Okay, 2 grenade launchers. It's a good note. Wait, what's that one?
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk, and you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
That's a briefing room. You see there's a lot of red doors. Just Mass Effect 2 has a strange feature when you can't go
Commander,
up.
you've received a new message at your private terminal.
No, I haven't. No new messages. What are you on about? Right. Oh, that's kind of essentially true. Also.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
We should actually have a bathroom. Remember Mass Effect 1? Mass Effect 1, the ship doesn't even have a freaking bathroom. So where the frick did people take their shits and all that? Right, that's just so cool.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Master Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
Do you have everything you need?
I make do. But have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the Ezo rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Back to work. Isn't that interesting?
Commander, what can I do for you?
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
What exactly are your duties, aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the Elusive Man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the Elusive Man, updating our status.
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded, and our backers trust the Elusive Man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions: political, military, scientific, but we're all working towards the same goal. The teams you encountered before your accident were mostly part of our military division. But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the elusive man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
What can you tell me about the elusive man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
Oh, we'll see.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the elusive man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. It's the reason, and it's why I was assigned to you.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
It's new. Inch. Where is it? No, it says nothing.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected, it's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the Collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Good.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander. I'm amazed Shepard came down to see us.
I told you he would.
You're a beast. Well, the commanding officer. Alright, so that's all we can do in the ship for now when it comes to like talking to people. So we go to captain's quarters. Let's get more messages up here. A bunch of achievements. Cool. So obviously I've done this game before, so I've already got all these. Probably not all of them, but yeah, most of them. Actually, I think I have them all, to be honest. That's kinda cool. Pretty sure there's more Mass Effect 3. I'm surprised it's not understanding difficult because I've never actually played these games. Select music, we're gonna do that. Copyright reasons. I think this game has copyright music, but you never know. Right. Alright. Let's see. Okay, the guys. So we got a lot of missions. So how much does the game give us fuel? No, bro! You think they would at least give you fuel? They don't even give you a single bit of fuel. Or barely any pods. Get that, they make it full really. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna do this scanner stuff out of the way. So normally what you have to do on these planets is you have to spam this probe like a bunch of times.
Iridium is used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault rifles.
As you can see, that mod just makes it do the entire planet instantly. I installed that for many reasons. Just to make this a lot easier.
Probe launched. In research projects, platinum is used to upgrade sniper rifles, shotguns, and medical equipment.
Okay. So get this one done real quick.
Launching probe.
I also really like about this game as well, like, you can see at the top it says 100%, obviously we still got the main missions here, but it says what you've completed and what you've not completed, which is really cool and interesting. So we're not going to instantly rescue the professor because that puts us in progress instantly in the main mission, in the main story. To be honest, chat, I want to get this DLC out of the way first. This Geth DLC out of the way because it's actually my least favourite DLC in the game, if I had to be completely honest with you, chat. So we're going to start with the DLCs, I think.
Launching probe.
Which is kind of weird, you think?
Palladium is used to upgrade heavy pistols, armor, and cybernetics.
Don't know why there's no subtitles to talk about, but they... Plus the DLCs, it don't really matter who you bring. They don't have any dialogue or anything. companion wise.
Launched.
Right. Let's just start a decent amount of money, but wouldn't start a decent amount of money if it was the first time playing them. So I guess we'll get this sector out of the way. We want planets.
Launching probe.
I'm entirely sure of some of the side missions. I would imagine it's like Mass Effect 1, where some of the side missions probably do affect what happens in Mass Effect 3. But it's mainly the main plot. I know some of the vital missions.
Launching probe. In research projects, Element 0 is used for Bioamp and Omni-tool upgrades, which allow squad members who have biotic and tech powers to be much more effective.
Okay.
Probe away. Probe launched.
Let's do it. Or should we start this DLC? We're gonna get 2 squad mates right now. This gets tech boost maxed out. Good streams and emails to new vehicles. Field strength, weapon damage. You know what? I'm gonna go with weapon damage. I'm gonna go with weapon damage boost. Reducing the time of your powers, your major increases your power and renegade score. Oh. Definitely gonna work on that first. Also, I don't think this DLC actually has any skill checks. So it's actually kind of good to start off with this first area in the game as well. You don't need to worry about skill checks. It keeps you suspended for longer, affects only by mech. So one target or multiple targets. To be honest, multiple targets. What health? So you still get a bonus to squad health. I'd see weapon damage. So we got no weapons unlocked. Yeah. Probably should have went to the Mega Plus. If I was playing this on like the hardest difficulty, I probably would get better weapons first. But we don't need to. I think I'm going to go in for an extra hour chat. I think I'm going to do it for 3 hours. I was deciding if I was going to do a 2 hour stream because I will be streaming on later today.
My name is Dr. Gavin Archer. The situation is urgent with a catastrophic VI breakout. I'll explain the details later, but you must retract that transmission dish. The controls aren't far from your position. You have to hurry. Over here, on the monitor. Ah, there you are. I've locked myself in a computer room on the far side of the base. There are Geth on the loose. A rogue VI program has seized control, and I've lost a lot of friends today. I'd hate to see you join them. Please, watch yourself.
say the DLC. I fucking hate that sound.
Damn it. The VI's overridden the controls. We have to stop him. He's trying to upload his program off-planet. Destroy the antenna inside the dish. There's a tram on the lower level. Get to it as fast as you can.
Alright, that door's now open. Question is never mind! The door just lost its ability to open. I was going to go and check, see if the other room was open.
This is an automated security update. Guest activity has been detected. Please remain at your workstations until the all clear is given. Welcome. Today's lunch special is herb filet with egg salad.
Heavy weapons, watch yourself.
If you could sign some better weapons, that'd be pretty good, you know? Because this SMG and starter pistol is pretty bad.
Memo to all project personnel. Congratulations on your hard work. Tomorrow we make the next leap forward. It'll be a great day for Cerberus and an even greater day for humanity.
But he still, so Shepard in Mass Effect 2 still has terrible stamina. Not until Mass Effect 3 where he actually has like proper shoulder stamina, but it's better than the first game. Even though this probably is the hardest game on Sanity because your shield trades so fast, you do get health regen in this game.
Damn it all. He's aligning the dish to a new upload target. He'll have a clear line of sight to our satellite. This is going to be tight.
Arriving at dish access. Attention. Satellite broadcast window is opening soon. All upload data must be approved by your department supervisor.
All right.
catastrophic security failure and are requesting assistance. We... What do you mean our outgoing comms are jammed? How can it do that?
Attention! Satellite broadcast window is opening soon. All upload data must be approved by your department supervisor.
Obstacle barriers, of course.
Attention right! Nice trip. Got close. Stay sharp.
About this game because there was our armor boss. You know, in the first Mass Effect game, then we had shields.
Charge him up.
Actually, you only play the game like 25% of this game. The first game, pretty much every main mission you fought to get. This isn't the DLC, so if you don't count the DLC, then it's even
You
less.
need to destroy the support struts now. They have their own capacitors. Try blowing them up.
Yes. Only benefit downside I'm not going to show the class I can put on like armor piercing bow. So I may get more shield, but I get less DPS.
You've done it. You've severed the link to the satellite.
You've got to be kidding. Move! The whole thing's giving way!
Over here!
What the hell is going on around here?
Man's reach exceeding his grasp. Come on, I'll explain.
Also, the face models look a bit better than this. Like, the face models made some weird faces in Mass Effect 1. Even with the Legendary Edition. Kind of funny sometimes.
You have my thanks, Commander Shepard. You bought us some time, though probably not much. This isn't over yet.
Who did you say you were?
Dr. Gavin Archer, chief scientist at this facility, and probably the only one left.
You owe us that explanation.
This is Project Overlord, an attempt to gain influence over the Geth by interfacing a human mind with a VI. The results have been less than satisfactory.
I'd hate to see what you'd call a disaster.
You can't dismiss the entire project. We did succeed, at least partially. My brother, David, volunteered to serve as a test subject, but his mind couldn't handle the VI connection. He's like a virus now, infecting our networks and seizing control of any technology he finds. It's why you had to destroy the dish. Imagine if his program got off-world.
How does he take control of electronics?
This is a hybrid intelligence the likes of which I've never seen. I don't know where the man ends and the machine begins.
What's the worst-case scenario?
A technological apocalypse. Every machine, every weapon, every computer could be turned against us. If he hit the extranet, who knows where it would end?
You should have considered that before you started the experiment.
We couldn't be expected to account for every outcome. Certainly not the abomination David has become. David... The VI has fortified itself in the main laboratory at Atlas Station. It's in lockdown now. To enter, you need to manually override security from our facilities in the Prometheus and Vulcan stations.
How does the lockdown work?
It's a fail-safe procedure in the event of an emergency. Normally, all 3 project leads have to agree to cancel the lockdown. I'm the only one left now. I can give my authorization, but you'll have to manually reset the other 2 yourself.
What happens if I have to kill your brother?
Let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
Tell me about the Vulcan and Prometheus stations.
Vulcan Station is our geothermal plant. It generates power for the 4 outposts. Prometheus Station is a crashed Geth ship full of dormant machines. We use them for our experiments.
What happens on this station?
This is Hermes Station, our communications uplink with the wider galaxy. If you hadn't destroyed the dish in time, the outcome would have been catastrophic.
What went wrong with the experiment?
David volunteered to interface with the VI to give it genuine consciousness. Theoretically, it should have been safe, but with artificial intelligence, there's no such thing as safe.
Then you shouldn't have attempted it.
And what if you'd never attempted to find the Reapers, Commander Shepard? Where would the galaxy be then? Sometimes you have to ignore the risks.
Tell me more about Project Overlord.
We wanted to turn the Geth's religious impulse into a weapon. When we saw them following Saren, we realized they could be swayed. And if a proper figurehead was created, a virus with a face, if you will, the Geth might be controlled.
That's an ambitious undertaking.
It would be the perfect weapon. Victory without casualties. We could avoid war with the Geth altogether. That was the plan, anyway.
What can you tell me about Atlas Station?
Atlas Station's the main laboratory where all of our VI experiments take place. It's your final goal once you've overridden the lockdown. It's also where my brother became something else.
I'm heading out now.
The other stations are all within driving distance. Best of luck, Commander.
Okay. So the plan is simple. Shut down these two facilities. Then we go to the main facility. Then we shut down the main facility. Okay. Easy enough. I don't know if we're able to do all of them today. We'll probably be able to get one or two of them done today, at least. But anyway, chat. I just go to the toilet real quick. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Alright, I'm back. Let's start this here. If you stop at 4:04 at the absolute latest. Just to video. There will be another sheet. Later on today for the PlayStation showcase that. I think the showcase is only about an hour long. This is the new drive. See, if you don't actually see the original Mass Effect 2, you don't know the DLCs, well, you never drive them.
You need to find Vulcan and Prometheus stations and override the lockdown from each facility. It doesn't matter which one you hit first, but you can't enter Atlas Station until you've dealt with both. Also, keep an eye out for Cerberus security mechs. The VI has likely taken control of them. Archer out.
There's a lot faster. I'll go to this one first. Probably should have worked on Day Mastery first, to be honest. Still, yeah. But we may be able to get a few more levels out of this. Good, so we got the more annoying one first.
Advise extreme caution. Vulcan Station is a geothermal plant. They stopped reporting in shortly after the experiment.
Scanning area. Analysis. VI infection is present within plant machinery. Advise caution. Scanning area. Analysis. Venting stations provide adequate velocity to enhance vehicle lift.
What's this? Gonna research going. I don't know how I put that in. Didn't get what it is. Only why.
Scanning area. Analysis. Debris field provides adequate support for vehicle.
That goes away way fast.
Warning. Automated controls are offline. Core systems have been compromised.
What? Child! Gotcha!
This is my shield!
Yeah, I'm playing on normal, by the way. That's how fast your shields get destroyed. This game has 3 difficulties above normal.
Warning. Pressure levels in valve A3 have exceeded maximum threshold. Manual control is required. Venting outflow successful.
Ah, so I missed that. So I could have read that. Ah, well. If I didn't walk right by it. But it wrong. Come on. Can't see what. Good to know.
Hostiles are cleared.
I don't know, Jacob. Sure that's what I was asking for. I don't know, it just looks convenient. It looks like that. You know? You see how fast your shield breaks? The vanilla shield fucking sucks at Mass Effect 2. You can't upgrade it.
Received an SOS from Atlas Station. Archer has declared a project emergency. We're trying to shut down the power generators to starve the VI, but it's already hacked our automated system. I'm ordering my people to sabotage the plant any way they can.
They've seen us.
I've got him.
special notes because they're really hard to find in the field, but that's the problem with Mass Effect. Like Mass Effect 1, you can exploit like have too much. The exploits your gun never overused. Every gun has infinite ammo. In Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, you have an ammo counter. Mass Effect 3 is not too bad to get ammo, but Mass Effect 2, yeah, you don't get enough ammo if you don't play as a soldier. You play as a soldier, you're fine, because you get all 4 weapon classes at the start of the game. Or at least 3 of them. Memory class, you only get fucking SMG.
I hear you, Doctor. We've hit the override at Vulcan Station and are moving on.
No.
Shepard out.
Is he renegade? Some of the renegade choices are actually kind of funny. Although we count them all. Get a little bit of XP with 300. No, he doesn't have to. He's like a full health or something.
Commander, that was a daring piece of work. Vulcan Station was a success. You still need to go to Prometheus Station and override the lockdown from there. Good luck.
You met. I could the game's glitched out though. The game's completely bugged out.
Indicate an aesthetically pleasing view nearby. Organic life forms may wish to take note.
I can get hard people like die or something.
Threat detection. Enemy units nearby.
It's just like well, I'm not really gonna bother with that. I've never heard anything online saying that actually affects the story. Actually, it'd be kind of interesting if you don't sell this too much of Mass Effect. Potentially can affect Mass Effect. Get why? I don't know where I'll get it.
Another Cerberus data packet has been recovered. 4 more remain.
That's well annoying, that heartbeat, man. The floor keeps vibrating. When would you always pick your band? See, they don't even talk in this DLC, so it really don't matter who you pick. Me personally, I'd pick other combatants, but I want to get the DLC out of the way.
Commander Shepard, Prometheus Station is a crashed Geth ship full of dormant machines used in our experiment. Our people there have gone silent. It's likely the VI is
Scanning area. Analysis. Generators are providing power for main shield. Warning, the VI infection has assumed control of the Geth cannon. Warning, we are being targeted. Geth cannon is locking on our location.
Jeez. That's risky.
Recommend evasive maneuvers.
Oh man, we're gonna be really short there, man.
Warning, we are being targeted. Warning, Geth cannon is locking on our location. Recommend evasive maneuvers. Shields disabled. You may now target the Geth cannon. No further threats detected. Entry into the ship is now clear.
That was risky.
We've been
Hostiles are cleared.
What do you mean we've been spotted?
Attention visitors. This server's facility is AI technology. You agree to assume all liability for personal injuries or death that may occur during your visit. Thank you.
Right. So, yeah. I bet they're all going to come out. I'm not sure what it'd be. Maybe activated.
Hanging around all these dormant machines is creepy. It's like death staring at us from the shadows. I'd rather work at Vulcan Station.
Maybe amazing as well. Yep, bitch.
Flanagan just ran a simulation. If these Geth ever wake up, there's a 98% chance we'll be dead within 2 minutes. I'm starting to hate Flanagan.
I don't like those odds. 50% chance of survival. Seen that? Trying to turn them on. Oh, yeah, we'll keep on doing
Halloween was yesterday. Flanagan ran around wearing spare Geth parts. Spooked the shit out of everyone. Now I definitely hate him.
Remember how it used to be fun, man? It used to be creepy. Now people just dress up and whatever they want. It's not really spooky anymore, Halloween. Because the horror movies as well. Kind of bad nowadays.
Everything's off wire. Archer declared a lockdown, but our station's already infected. What does the VI want? It keeps screaming at us. Nobody understands.
second we walk out of here, they're all probably gonna start shooting us.
To all Cerberus personnel, in an effort to reduce workplace stress, music has been approved for station-wide broadcast.
Yeah, music.
Analysis. The objective is located on the far side
So
of
we need to
this
get over there.
impasse.
Yeah, see. Yes. Right. What are we controlling right now? That one. Okay. That was attached, right? That just moved. Control that one, okay. They're all attached, probably just the game doesn't. Oh, you should jump down. That kind of sucks. Okay, so we cycle to another one. Let's see. Okay, that should work. That's definitely not going to be able to show after we deactivate this, no way. This is too quiet. Very good. Got the want to skip that terrible minigame. Finding the gold minigames was well annoying. That puzzle. I wouldn't say hard. But quite tame soon.
Override of Atlas Station lockdown accepted.
Gonna be annoyed. Hate that sound.
And there's the catch. I knew this was too easy.
Yeah. We're right there.
Let's move.
Hostile gas activity detected. Armed response is authorized. Cerberus reminds all personnel that this emergency is now classified information. Disclosure to outside parties is a violation of your confidentiality agreement. Get zones 7 through 14 are now active. Emergency action required.
We've been spotted.
We've got cloaked targets.
flamethrowers. So if a flamethrower hits you, you're practically useless. I mean, to be honest, it's still on your life. It's still in a helmet. Use the suit was fireproof.
We've got cloaked targets.
The fire rate cap is so bad on this pistol, man. Like, if I had no fire rate, man, if I could shoot as fast as I could pull the trigger. Get rid of it. Let's just say we've been doing a lot more damage. I think we might actually complete this DLC, to be honest, shit. We might actually complete this. This is quite a short one, but it's still long enough for. I think we're completely something now. But that noise, that glitch is happening again. You can hear it. Like I'm dead. Yes.
Commander, you've done it. The lockdown has been cancelled. You can now breach Atlas Station and end this nightmare. You'll need to find the main server room there to shut down the VI experiment. Good luck.
Geographic conditions indicate an aesthetically pleasing view nearby. Organic life forms may wish to take note.
There you go, Atlas Station. Atlas. They love the word Atlas in games, I swear, man. Like, you had Atlas Corporation, that was for like the main villains in Borderlands 1. Then you had like, I just know what Atlas from Borderlands. They didn't go lots, you know, like good guys. I need to play through the Borderlands game again. It's kind of a yearly series. I do one every year. And I've not done this one this year so far. I don't know. We'll see. I really like fun game though.
Looks like you're in, Commander. Good. I'm getting some troubling readings here, though. The VI is trying to upload its program directly from your location. Get to the server room and shut down the core before it can...
Before again, yeah. Cut your signal off.
Archer log 55.2. For years, my brother's condition has been a handicap. That changed today. His autistic mind is the breakthrough I've been looking for. He can communicate with the Geth. Such a tremendous grasp of mathematics. It seems serendipity is alive and well in the 22nd century.
So let's see all that stuff.
Archer log 157.8. Unless he sees results, the elusive man is shutting us down next week. I have no choice. I'm going to tap David directly into the Geth neural network and see if he can influence them. The danger should be negligible. David might even enjoy it.
Wow. So you put your run on it because your project was going to get shut down because you weren't doing any effective results.
Arriving at level 2. Arriving at level 4. Arriving at level 6. System malfunction. Resetting elevator. Arriving at level 2. Arriving at level 4. Arriving at level 6. Arriving at level 3.
There you go. There's a puzzle.
Arriving at level 5. Arriving at level 7.
Watch out.
Very naked man, he died that fast.
Arriving at level 6.
Oh, you just here.
Please contact facility support. This elevator is not in service. Please choose another. Smoke detected. Please extinguish all cigarettes.
I'd be lying if I said no harm could come to David. His autistic mind is as alien to me as an actual alien. Anything could happen when we plug him in. But I have to try, don't I?
He's autistic, but you can put one up. Guy's very fucked up.
This should come in handy. Decelerator offline. Serious injury may occur.
Get ready. I wouldn't be surprised if this button summoned a Reaper.
That's a little bit though. interesting.
Square root of 906.01 is 30.1. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2.
Time on this project is running out. There are no options left. How to get the Geth's attention?
The robot says hello.
Eureka, David. You're a miracle worker. David, I want you to order the Geth to take a step forward.
How does he do it?
David is a mathematical savant. His autistic mind can interpret the Geth language at its most basic form and mimic their phonetics. With his photographic memory, cross-referencing the meaning as a snap. He's literally a human computer.
And you think he can interface with the Geth's neural network?
I do.
Is that even safe, Doctor?
I see no harm in finding out.
Look at Adam, autographic memory. Too bad I don't. Yeah, but I did probably have a PhD, let's be realistic.
Square root of 906.01 is 30.1. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2.
David, can you repeat my notes from Thursday's experiment?
Square root of 918.09 is 30.3.
David, please pay attention.
Loud. It's getting loud in here.
I'm sorry, you didn't deserve that. Would you mind repeating my notes from Thursday's experiment?
Log 137.3. The experiment yielded no discernible patterns of Geth obedience. End dictation now, David. Hell, the elusive man will have my head for this.
Thank you. And how are you feeling today?
Square root of 924.16 is 30.4. Earplugs would be good.
Square root. The last one. I can't remember. To be honest, it's been that so long. It's been that long since I've been at school. I probably could even. I won't even remember how the fuck you even do square roots. Real. Let's give him a chance to save.
Warning. Elevator exceeds maximum weight capacity.
Yeah, it's quite generous though. But you gotta fight the enemy slow, and this makes them a bit weaker.
Square root of 906.01 is 30.1. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2.
packed on you.
Pull the plug! Tell Vulcan Station to cut all power!
It's too late. We've lost control.
Attempting to establish upload link. Lost.
David! You have to stop this! David doesn't want to be here.
Attempting to establish upload link. Connection lost. Connection lost.
David, calm down! I can make all this go away if you'll let me! Quiet, please make it stop!
Attempting to establish upload link. Connection lost. Connection lost.
Actually, that's messed up.
Please, make it stop.
It's a bit of shit.
Wait! Commander! I'm begging you. Don't do anything rash.
Rash? Like forcing your own brother into an experiment?
I know how this must look, but I never intended any harm to come to him. You must believe me. It's not like I planned this. It was an accident. Seeing David communicate with the Geth, it all seemed harmless.
And before you knew it, you were running your own private hell.
I had no choice. The demands were incredible. The elusive man doesn't broker.
Oh, but you
failure.
don't
Any
care
more
about your
fight
brother,
with the Geth will be bloody. I was asked to find a way to avoid that.
And how many have already died for this project?
More souls than will ever forgive me. But I won't apologize for radical ideas. If my work spares 1 million mothers mourning the loss of 1 million sons, my conscience will rest easy.
Look at him. Your brother will never be the same.
The damage may not be permanent. He might recover some semblance of his mind.
Look at him. Your brother will never be the same.
The damage may not be permanent. He might recover some semblance of his mind.
Cerberus will never leave him alone. Your brother will always be a lab rat.
You're a well cared for lab rat. At least he'd still be alive.
What an asshole. You'd rather be dead. I mean, I would rather be dead than a lab rat, I'm pretty sure.
So you'll sacrifice your brother's happiness for your own ambition.
Square root of 906.01 equals
30.1. What I've done to David is unethical. If he dies, it's unforgivable. Let me take care of him. Please.
quiet. Please, make it stop.
No, he's coming on me, fuck you.
I've seen enough of your cruelty to know he'll never be free from it here. I'm taking him away.
No, leave him! He's too valuable!
You even think about coming after your brother, and this bullet will be waiting for you. Then we'll see who's valuable.
Where will you take him?
Grissom Academy. They can help special cases like David, minus the torture. Joker, contact the Academy and let them know we've got someone who needs their help.
Aye, aye, Commander.
The elusive man can fire me if he doesn't like it.
Square root of 912.04 is 30.2. It all seemed harmless.
Yeah, it's nice, man. That's horrible.
Is 30.2. It all seemed harmless. Square root of 912.04 is 30.2.
This really should be.
It all seemed harmless.
At least it's my fucking argue what he wants.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Oh, research is going to be took back several years. Oh, you should have made that choice. No. That's just unethical. Alright. So that's this section done. So we done one system today as
Half
well.
our fuel remains.
The team has a fuel system, as you can see. So we gotta be careful. Mass Effect 3. The fuel system actually can be an actual plot. It can actually be a big concern in Mass Effect 3. So that's that server system completed. So what we're probably gonna do next stream is what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this DLC, get this out there. These are just some basic fire-based missions. Right. We'll get that done straight away next stream. Then when you start working on main plot missions, as you can see there's a lot of missions here. We'll probably do the slower normally crash site start next stream as well after we've done the fire-based missions. Then we'll start the recruitment and the Mega Daily. And we'll do that, and that'll probably be most all soon. And if anything else, we'll go to the Citadel. Okay, well, customers already have said, well, that's kind of interesting. We'll be doing that. Not tomorrow. I keep saying tomorrow. I don't know why I keep saying tomorrow. I meant to say Friday. There'll be, unfortunately, chat, I'm going to be busy tomorrow. I've got a bunch of things happening, so there's going to be no stream at all tomorrow. None. No stream. No streams at all. But we'll be back on Friday, the Mass Effect 2 Part 2. The next week we'll be starting a new playthrough on Tuesday. Good job. Talk a bit closer to the time. But anyway, I've got nothing else. I've got nothing to say. So yeah, I will see you all next time, chat. Peace out and bye by the way. These are the what's we're using if anybody's curious. Just support real life things. Nothing game changing. Just to make the game, you know, don't have to do hundreds